everybody. Dr. Joe Vitale here of MrFire.com with another Hypnotic Gold members-only audio educational experience. And I'm really excited because I've got an old friend here, somebody who created a product and a book that really impressed me a couple of years ago, enough that I ended up buying a box of them. And I think I hold the record for having the most number of copies from any one purchase from this person. So I'm going to be interviewing Michael Murphy, and I think we might end up calling this interview Hypnotic Formations, and you'll understand what I'm talking about in a minute, or maybe Hypnotic Attitudes. I'm not sure yet. So first of all, let me check in. Michael, are you there?
I am here, Joe.
All right, good to hear your voice. Hang on here. Michael Murphy is the author of the breakthrough book, Powerful Attitudes, with New York Times bestselling author Dr. Harold Bloomfield, who I met a while back in Maui. Good guy, too. Michael Murphy is also the author of the only completely personalized self-improvement book for adults on the planet called Power Formations. And we'll be talking about that because this is truly a breakthrough book. What an idea. Imagine walking into a bookstore and instead of seeing all these titles and authors, you see your name on the book. It's a personalized self-improvement book for adults. It's called Power Formations. So Michael Murphy's Power Formations books have been hailed by best-selling authors and success experts as one of the most powerful, personally life-changing books you'll ever own. It's more than a book. Power Formations is a success tool and personal development companion. It is like having your own encouragement and empowerment coach on demand whenever you want and need it. So this is really fantastic. Well, Michael Murphy has also published a faith-based book called Faith Formations, and it has over 200 pages of ancient promises and spiritual truths, and your name is embedded in several affirmations per page. Now, again, this is all going to make sense as we go through this interview, but I'm excited because Michael is creative, he's daring, he's inspiring, he's informative, he's highly active in speaking, in personal empowerment coaching, and consulting for network marketing, direct marketing, and Fortune 500 companies. So Michael's website is positiveattitudes.com, and I've got Michael Murphy on the phone. Welcome.
It's great to be with you today, Joe. I really appreciate the opportunity to get to share with all of the members that are connected with you.
Sure. Well, that's my pleasure, and it's an honor to have you here. So thanks for making time on this beautiful Texas morning. I love Texas winter. That's when it's nice and cool out. You don't bake outside. It's just nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
Sunny and chilly. Well, anyway, let's get started by talking about how you ever came up with the concept of personalized self-empowerment book. It's one of those ideas that I wish I had come up with. How did you come up with that? That's brilliant.
Joe, back in 1985, of course, the PC came out in 81. I'm going to show my age here quite a bit, but the PC came out in 1981. It made its debut at that time. And about 85, I was working with my uncle, and he had just gotten a PC, and they had a word processing program. I guess that was one of the first software programs for the PC. And I was memorizing several different things of just personal affirmations and spiritual promises and things like this to help me personally. And I found this command on there called Find and Replace. It was one of the very first. It was there on the very first word processing program.
Yeah.
And I put my name. I embedded my name directly into affirmations and spiritual promises that were beneficial to me. Because I was so interested in personal development and self-improvement. And when I showed a lot of my friends this, well, they said, well, can you, I'd print out several pages from the computer with my name on it. And so friends started asking me, can you do that for me? And so I had this idea that, that one day I would be in a place to actually publish a book, a bound book, that would have, these affirmations like this and have your name, a personalized book. And,
people haven't seen it probably, so maybe you need to describe it. I will describe the one you sent me to the best of my ability because it was a wonderful surprise. I got this package in the mail, as I remember, and it was from Michael Murphy, the man I'm interviewing. I didn't know who you were. I opened it up, and there was my name on the book. And as I remember, it said Joe Vitale's Power Formations. And I opened it up, and the book was full of affirmations. Now, first of all, affirmations, if you don't know, are for those listening, positive statements, intentions, new beliefs. How would you define it real quickly so I can get your vote on it? What's your definition, Michael, of an affirmation?
Yeah, it's something to help you. It establishes a belief inside of you, and as we've learned through a lot of things recently, it creates new neural networks of belief inside of you in your subconscious mind. And
so they're usually one-line statements, like it could be I am happy and healthy. I am wealthy. I am slender. Any of these kind of things are affirmations. But the difference with this book is my name was inserted in all those affirmations. I would flip through any place in the book, and it would say, Joe, you are happy and successful. Joe, you are now attracting wealth. Joe Vitale, you are, handsome, whatever it happens to be. But instead of just being an affirmation that's neutral, it is now a personalized one, and that's how the book was printed. And somehow you managed to print that per person. So if Betty is listening to this call, she can have a Betty Power Formations book. And if Tony is listening to this call, he can have a Tony Power Formations book. Mm-hmm. So am I explaining it well enough, or do you have a different way of explaining it so people get it?
That's exactly right, Joe. The thing is that the thing that I discovered, and I really found some research later after I really thought of doing it in the way that I did it, but your name, you're so much identity that we have to our name is who we are, and our self-concept, our self-image, our self-perception. And that was the thing that was so critical to me is that you could hear an affirmation, and the greatest, I think the most powerful affirmation we can make is from the first person perspective, and that is the I am affirmation, and it really is establishing this is what I am, and it's setting up that belief inside of us. But the thing that I did with the book, and including your first name in the second person perspective, and then in the third person perspective, I included your first and your last name. Mm-hmm. We have a concept. We see ourselves and experience ourselves, I guess I should say, from all three perspectives. And so putting your name in there, it just makes it amazing, when people get the book and they look at it, and all of a sudden here's something that we've always wanted to hear. These affirmations are something that we've always wanted to hear somebody tell us, a parent, a authority figure, a significant other in our lives. We always wanted to hear these things about ourselves and get this kind of affirmation. And what I was able to do is to take the book itself, and through the means today of print-on-demand publishing, able to actually print these books out one at a time and have them bound, and yours was as in a hardbound copy. Yeah. And it's a quality tool that you have in your hand. A lot of people think, well, it's a book. And like I said, it's more than a book, because it's speaking directly, to you, just like you said. So it makes it very, very powerful that this is not just a generalized statement. This is a statement about Joe Vitale.
And it's hard to imagine just how powerful that is until you're holding a book like that with your name on it. I know that I was so impressed that I placed an order with you, and I don't remember how many people it was. Was it 20? Was it 50? Do you know offhand?
I think it was 42 to be exact.
42 people. Yeah. And what I thought there is no better Christmas present. And it was around that time of the year when I first heard of you and your book. There was no better Christmas present than a personalized book. And I placed an order with you for 42 copies, and I gave you 42 different names, and you made 40